Bonafide Hustler here, and today I'm going to show you some items that I picked up from garage sales in the past 2 weeks. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler coming to you live from the inside of my garage. We're going to be looking at some garage sale items that I picked up in the last 2 weeks. Should be a lot of fun, so stick around and I'll show you some really cool items. Follow me on Instagram at the Bonafide Hustler, and you can also get this free money-making guide. It's the first link down below. It'll teach you items that I commonly look for at garage sales and thrift stores that I sell for more money. All right, let's get right to it. And some of these items have already sold, I think. Yes, they have, and I have to box them up and everything. But yeah, these are items that all came from garage sales, so let's just kind of start. First item, I think this was $3, is a vintage Nike Elite gym bag. Probably from the 90s, could be from the 80s. But yeah, it says Elite right here, Nike. We have a kind of faded nylon with neon green kind of accents. Pretty cool. I do think that this in the booth would probably sell for 40 to about 100 bucks. When I do say booth, for anyone that's new that's watching this video, I do have an antique booth that you can put retro, antique, and vintage things in. So this would fall into that category. Nevertheless, pretty cool, and for $3, it's definitely a good risk. But yeah, it's a vintage Nike bag from way back in the day. The guy said that he used this when he was like a little kid and everything like that. So it's pretty interesting looking right there. All right, next up is right here. Found this at a garage sale yesterday, and this is an actual feathers product by some maker in Laguna Beach. It's like a robe, but it has some cool kind of outdoorsy feel to it. Single button right here, quarter, looks like not even a zipper, but just like a quarter opening. Probably could just fit just about anybody. Since it was made in Laguna Beach, more than likely, kind of got that keep you warm from the wind over there at the coastline. Perhaps you get into something like this after you're done with a surf session. But regardless, it's pretty cool. I paid I paid $5 for this, and I do think that this could probably sell in the antique booth or something like that. It's just really interesting, and things like this do sell in the booth, as do Pendleton jackets and anything that has kind of like that Aztec, like outdoorsy kind of feel to it, Southwestern kind of feel to it. And this feel was a little bit more like kind of Colorado, Montana-ish, but it is pretty neat, and it's very, very long, as you can see. So it's kind of like a robe kind of thing. This could probably sell in the booth for around 40 to 60 bucks right here. And I paid $5 for it. Now, something interesting about the booth is I can put things like this in, and this is actually a little bit more of a current day restoration hardware, like a lever kind of lamp. Nothing super special. There's a little bit of oxidation on the top of this lamp right here. Could post this also locally. But yeah, Restoration Hardware is a store out of town. Well, it's actually a chain store that has furnishings in it, right? So if you're going to be looking at home furnishings, I mean, I've successfully resold things from World Market, CB2, Restoration Hardware, Pottery Barn, all those kind of places, even Hobby Lobby, like you wouldn't believe it. So they do make stuff that is kind of interesting looking. Like here's I think it's called a lever lamp. I'm not 100% sure. I think a true lever lamp has like wires and levers, but I mean, it's basically an arm lamp. Nothing super special, but the fact that it's something that people can put into their homes, and it kind of, can go with that MCM-ish kind of, decor slash contemporary. I don't know. People just like this kind of stuff on eBay, in the booth, and probably locally. So probably not eBay. I take that back. This is probably more of a local or antique booth kind of thing. This was $5 yesterday. The resale on something like this, because like the MSRP is probably around $200-300. So the resale is probably like 80 to about 100 bucks on something like this. All right, next up, something that's sold, this White Mountain ice cream maker. So this is the electric version, not the hand crank model. But this is how you kind of make ice cream, like back in the day kind of ice cream, but they did put an electric motor on the top. This is made by Rival. I paid $10 for this 2 weeks ago, sold the other day for 300 bucks on an offer. So yeah, I priced it pretty high on offer. This will probably be the 5th one that I've sold on eBay. Pretty nice, just a normal White Mountain ice cream maker kind of thing, intact 6-quart. Something to look out for sure. If you didn't know about this is a bolo that I've been talking about for like 10 years. So yeah, pretty interesting kind of item. And this was just sitting at a garage sale. And the funny thing is, I found this around 10 o'clock in the day, and it was one of the pictures listed on the garage sale pictures, and the fact that it was there at 10 o'clock means it's a really kind of sleeper kind of item, because I live in a town with high amounts of competition when it comes to resale. This was still there when I walked up. So kind of interesting kind of item. Definitely plugs in, tests out just fine. And yeah, you just want to make sure all the stuff is with it. But this one had all the things, so pretty nice kind of item. I have to box it up and get it out of here. Yesterday at a garage sale, I paid $5 for this kind of Mexican throw blanket. Really nice. You might be thinking that's kind of stupid, but in a vintage retro antique booth like mine, I could sell this thing for about 50 to 100 bucks. The person at the estate sale / garage sale was like, you know, I've had that blanket for like 40 years. So really nice, actually pretty big blanket. I'll probably end up keeping this for myself. It's really neat, I like it. But this in my booth, easily 40 to 60 bucks, something like that. That's the range I would be looking at. Beautiful, beautiful kind of like Mexican kind of blanket. I like it a lot. Same garage sale yesterday that I found the restoration hardware lamp. Paid $5 for this. This is a London kind of tweed case, tweed-ish kind of case. Pretty nice. This is probably gonna sell in the booth for around 100 bucks. Definitely tarnished, vintage, really nice, no mold inside. We have all kinds of just neat character to it. The people that buy this kind of stuff, oddly enough, they don't care about travel at all. They kind of use these kind of things, and then they retrofit the inside and they put jewelry inside. They make it look really cool and they take it to trade shows. So entrepreneurs that are into jewelry a lot of times will buy something like this and they'll retrofit the inside with hooks and everything so they can put their jewelry up, and it has a really nice kind of backdrop to it. So yeah, this is not usually used for travel purposes at all. No one would actually travel with something like this, but the other kind of, the people that really use this kind of stuff are trade show type people and people that want to display cool things with a neat background. So just remember that kind of stuff. If you do have a vintage antique booth or something like that, or a retro antique booth, something like that, you can put something like this in there for sure. This suede rifle case was something my girlfriend found yesterday for I think $5. Has kind of like a fluffy interior. The last time something like this sold on eBay, I think it's around 120 to about 150. It's a Buchheimer, something like that. Pretty nice. I mean, definitely leather, nice suede kind of look to it. This is gonna go in the booth for I think 50 to 80 bucks. Paid $5 for this at a garage sale yesterday. This is a rifle case. And we have all kinds of clothing that my girlfriend picked up yesterday for pretty much like $1 to $2 a piece. Oleg Cassini sweater, nothing super crazy. Has an interesting kind of opening to it, as you can see. But yeah, this is an Oleg Cassini sweater. It's probably going in the booth for like 50 to 60 bucks. We have a velour, looks like, or velvet kind of Austin Powers looking blazer, right? This will go in the booth for around 40 to 50 bucks. We have a traditional Baja jacket, like a California Baja jacket. It's more like 30 to 40 bucks. Really nice colors on this, size small. And then we have this normal, then we have this kind of, I don't know, almost Guatemalan-ish woven quarter opening. I don't even really know what to call this thing, but this is going in the booth for like 20 to 30 bucks right here. So there was a couple bikes that we did find at garage sales last week. Paid 100 for these two bikes, as you see right here. One is probably worth closer to 300 bucks and the other one's probably worth closer to 200 bucks. So we're taking that 100 bucks that we spent on two bikes and really kind of converting it into $500. That's pretty nice. One of the bikes was a Raleigh road bike and the other one was a vintage Japanese Terranaut. It's like a touring kind of bike, right? Pretty nice kind of bike, nothing crazy. But yeah, those are the kind of things that you can find at garage sales. The last item's pretty neat. Found this last weekend for 50 bucks. Talked the guy down from 100. And here it is right here. It did come in an SKB case as well. We have a slimline, really slim Ibanez S-Series guitar. Really, really, really nice. So reselling this $250, $300. Bought it for 50 bucks, and the SKB case alone is probably worth $50 to $100 as well. So the case I will not be selling with this guitar, because when people buy guitars from me, they are typically just buying the guitar. They're not assuming that the case comes with it, right? Does it make sense? So a lot of times when I resell a bike, for example, or if I buy a bike and it has a really cool expensive basket on it, I'll take the basket off and I'll sell it by itself. And then the person that buys the bike just buys the bike. They never just buy the bike and go, hey, do you have a basket that goes with this? Is there a signature basket that goes with this? And same thing with a guitar. No one's gonna pretty much ask like, do you have the signature case that goes with this? Or anything like that. Because an SKB case, which is down below, it's a hard case, kind of like a gator case, made for guitars that are about this kind of, you know, look to it, kind of slim like this, or a Jackson Charvel guitar. They all kind of look the same and they can fit in that kind of SKB case. So the SKB case will be listed by itself, and this right here is going to be listed by itself too. I could just trade it. I could just take it to a music store here in town. They'll probably give me $150, $200 for it immediately. So it's in perfect condition, no drops, scratches, anything weird like that. Looks awesome. Has the whammy bar as well. So yeah, real nice guitar. I mean, look, it's an okay guitar. If we're looking at guitars, I mean, real nice is a little bit different than this, but it's nice. You know, it's not too bad for 50 bucks, that's for sure. If you're gonna go out to garage sales and you wanna find things for yourself, you just gotta keep going, because it doesn't matter if you're a guitarist, you're into outdoor goods or kayaks, canoes, you know, you wanna furnish your house. I mean, garage sales are definitely one of those places. Comment down below if you agree with that statement. It's one of those places where you can find great items and just save money. I mean, that's just a way to look at it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit a like, follow me, and put a comment down below on the next video you want to see, or if you want to ask me questions about some of the items that I found, let me know down below. I appreciate you guys spending your time on watching this video, and I'll see you on the next Bonafide Hustler video. Take it easy. Goodbye.